Hey guys, we are back here with Brandon, and we were just going through some score predictions for our two AFC and NFC championship games this weekend for NFL. I gave my Minnesota-Philly prediction for 27-20 Minnesota. I have not gone through Jacksonville-New England, which I'm about to do. So I know you said what was your score again?
28-21 Patriots.
28-21, that's right. So it's a little crazy. 24-23 Jacksonville.
It could definitely happen.
Here's my thing. So I understand Jacksonville's offense isn't the best, and the thing is, it's remarkable what they've done without Allen Robinson and Allen Hurns. Like, they haven't even had either of them. And what they have done without them is just phenomenal. And Blake Bortles isn't the best quarterback ever, honestly. Like, he's not. But that defense is so strong. Even though I know they did give up 42 last week to Pittsburgh, but that defense all year has proven themselves and has been very strong. And I know you said defense wins championships, and obviously the Patriots were one of the best defenses from week 5 on in terms of giving up the least amount of touchdowns. But I got to say, and I know that obviously part of it is because of the upset factor, but I really think Jacksonville can do it. And it's remarkable, regardless if they do it or not, what they have done from the last 3 years of going 2-14, 4-12, 6-10, and now they went 10-6, won the division, and they're in the AFC Championship.
Yeah,
it's remarkable.
It is. They're doing one hell of a job. They really are.
Yeah, and so, I mean, it shows you that you can really rebuild a franchise pretty quick. And so I'm going to go Jacksonville in that game, 24-23. I think, obviously, New England is favored out of all 4 teams to win the Super Bowl. But I'm telling you, I would love to see Jacksonville, Minnesota, in Minnesota. That would be one heck of a game. Top 2 defenses. It's going to be good, man. I can see New England winning, don't get me wrong. But I think Jacksonville can go in there and beat them. I honestly do. I mean, their defense has shown me a lot.
You know, it's hard to not say that you can't ever see, the Patriots winning because they have the experience. I mean, they're there year after year, and they were losing 28-3. Yeah. And they come back and win. Tom Brady knows how to general the field, and then you have Bill Belichick and the offensive and defensive coordinators of that team. They're unbelievable. The Jaguars have the youth. They are also rolling. I mean, they're rolling just like the Vikings are. So the only thing that gives me the edge to the Patriots is just it being in Foxborough. It's cold. Yeah. Tom Brady's used to that. Well, also Tom Brady has a little bit of an injured hand, and it's going to be freezing. Yeah. But I don't know if that phases someone like Tom Brady. He might go out there and throw 4 touchdowns tomorrow like nothing.
I actually can't even think of the last time they lost in Foxborough during the playoffs.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I know that they lost to Denver, but I think that was at Denver.
I think it was at Denver, yeah.
So, I mean, it's been a while. That's the thing. That is a big factor. Just talking about New England for a second, it's amazing. Like, say Brady does win the Super Bowl this year. So he has 5 rings already. This will be his 6th. He could have had the other 2 easily when they play the Giants. I mean, like I said, it came down to 1 play for each time.
That's unreal, yeah.
And he's still got like 2 or 3 years in the league. It's crazy. Like, he could literally, when he's done, almost have 1 ring for every finger on both hands.
Yeah. He's the greatest of all time. And that's hands down.
That franchise is the greatest of all time.
It really is. Like, he has more. If he wins, he'll have more Super Bowl rings individually than the Cowboys do as an organization.
That's insane.
It's actually unbelievable.
Yeah.
He has the same right now. There's no argument. I think he is the greatest of all time, quarterback-wise. But he wouldn't have done that without the coaching, without, Gronk, without the amount of Randy Moss. He had Randy Moss a couple of years. He had.
Well, you make a good point there. One thing I would like to point out, though, is some of the receivers they've had over the years are no names. Like, they're literally no names. I mean, Brady was a no name when he came in the league. I mean,
it's true.
Who's Chris Hogan? Like,
who is that guy?
Who was Danny Amendola? These guys came from nowhere, and they're big. I mean, and the thing is, Randy Moss was obviously huge, but Brandon Cooks, he was supposed to be like the next big thing this year, and honestly, he hasn't even been incorporated in the offense as much.
Yeah.
And they're still winning.
Yeah, Tom Brady introduced a little bit of the long ball, and I've seen some games where he's thrown it, and Brandon Cooks is gone. That guy is too quick for anyone on that field.
I'm just saying, like, he's not even the number one target this year.
Oh, no, yeah. I mean, yeah, of course. But, I mean, it helps when you have that. Tom Brady had to get used to the long ball. That wasn't his strength. You know, he got used to it a little bit this year, but maybe next year they'll actually start, flourishing with it. You know what I mean?
Well, I think one thing it's helped them win is they've used Cooks as almost a decoy to throw to other receivers. And it's working. I mean, it's working great.
No, it is. And Gronk, I mean, you can't stop that guy. That guy is a basketball player out there. I mean, he's posting up in the end zone.
As long as he's healthy, he's the best in the league.
Exactly. Stay healthy, and he is the best in the league. It's a vibe. New England has a vibe.
Right.
No-name players will go to New England, and they will play their butts off for that New England atmosphere. They just bring something to the table where we're going to the Super Bowl, and you're going to help us get there. And they buy into it. They buy into it in New England, and that's what they got. That's their specialty.
The only other thing football-wise I want to talk about before we go on to our next issue is I want to talk about Pittsburgh for a little bit. So they obviously just lost to Jacksonville. I don't know what you think. I think they're done. I think that franchise is done because Mike Tomlin, he should be gone. I mean, they should fire him. They really just should. I think he's the biggest problem there. But the thing is, Ben, he's got 1 year left most. I mean, he's almost done. Le'Veon, he already said if he gets franchise tagged, he's going to be gone. So, I mean, it's like they don't have nobody left. I mean, their defense is completely, besides Shazier in there, and he's injured, they have nobody there. Nobody.
Yeah, Shazier was hard to watch. I saw that live, and, man, my heart goes out to him. That one sucks to watch.
Yeah, I know.
Ben, I had them. I really wanted them to be in this AFC Championship, and I had them beating the Patriots if they did, just because I love the talent of Roethlisberger, Bell, Brown. Those guys are unbelievable. I don't know. I mean, they still almost came back and won Jacksonville. They were down like 21. And I mean, that's granted. Maybe Jacksonville kind of got a little ahead of themselves and gave up some points, but there were some fourth down plays in that Pittsburgh-Jacksonville game that should have been converted.
Yeah.
For sure. And if they scored, they would have been down, they would have been tied or down one touchdown instead of letting Jacksonville score again up two. So, I mean, maybe they are done. Ben, I hope Big Ben maybe goes for like 2 more seasons. He's a great quarterback, but I don't know, man.
I got some technical issues here. One sec.
No worries.
We should be good now. Cool. I don't know why that happens at times. Well, I know what I was going to say. The reason I wanted to bring this up is because last week when they scored that one touchdown, there was 1 second left in the game. The looks on everybody's faces there, the fans, Tomlin, Ben, and his demeanor, it just like showed, well, this is probably the closest we're going to get. That's kind of like what it almost showed to me. And it sucks because like I do like those guys. I want to see them succeed, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like they're done. They might have another chance, but if it's going to be next season. That'll be it. I don't think they have much time left, honestly, unless they get a huge positive draft going. But it sucks, man, because they do have a lot of talent and they definitely deserve another ring. But I don't know if they're going to get one.
What do you feel? I was thinking this the other day. What do you think? Do you think Antonio Brown, if he was in Julio Jones' shoes, would have caught that ball
in the Philly game?
And would have been inbounds in that last play. I think if Antonio Brown was right there, he would have been inbounds and would have caught that ball. I don't know. There's something about the throws I've seen.
Well, first off about that play, one thing I would like to say, I think that was PI. Personally, I think that was PI. But the thing is, Antonio Brown, I do think he's a better receiver than Julio Jones personally. I don't know if he would have made that play. That was a tough play to make, knowing everything that was going on, transpiring. Yeah. It was a broken play overall. It was just a broken play.
He slipped, but it went right through his hands.
It did.
I saw it, and I was like, no, Julio.
Yeah, I know. Man, I wanted to see Atlanta win that game too. But
that was tough.
It was
to watch,
tough.
But
I could see Antonio making that play, though.
Yeah, knowing he's in balance, grabbing that ball, and just, boop, 2 feet in.
Yeah.
Falcons to the NFC Championship.
Exactly.
But you can't, what Foles is doing is pretty unprecedented as well, and that defense,
Right.
So.
All right, so the next thing I want to talk about away from football, and that was a good conversation we had there. That was good. Is about the Tide Pod Challenge. Now, if any of you haven't seen this, it's probably good you haven't, honestly.
Seriously.
So I don't know how it got trending, but there's 13 and 19-year-olds, at least that's the age I've seen reported, majority, who basically are putting Tide Pods in their mouth and biting down. It's freaking laundry detergent, okay? It's chemicals. Or they're mixing it with water and drinking it like it's soup because trends, and because they want to be famous or something. I don't get it. So there's a couple things I want to go over. One, we obviously both agree it's the most stupid thing ever. But you said before the show you had some stats on how many people have gone to the hospital, or at least some stat on that. Go ahead and provide that for me, because I've not been able to find anything on that.
Yeah, I have a couple stats. I got in the first 11 days of 2018 and January, there had been 40 reported exposures to Tide Pods by 13 to 19-year-olds. You're right on that. And 8 kids have actually died.
Oh my God! I didn't even know that.
From eating Tide Pods. It's just ridiculous. What do you guys? Where are your parents at? Come on now.
Oh my God! Even the people who are like, and the thing is, it's sad, but at the same time, if you're 16 and 19, and you're biting down on a Tide Pod, maybe it's time for natural selection to take its course.
You're not wrong. It's just that's what it is. And then. I have another thing where it says Tide, because you know how they're that bright orange and purple color. They kind of actually look appealing. So to kids 6 and under, and to the elderly that have dementia a little bit, they actually were eating these because they looked like candy.
Oh my God!
Like accidentally eating these. So Tide got together with the American Poison Association and changed the colors to make them look more dull, so kids wouldn't be like, oh, candy. But their audience wasn't kids 13 to 19 years old. Like, it's just...
Well, it's
just ridiculous.
One thing I don't understand is how this even got trending in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's...
I don't either.
That's what I don't get. Know. Like, how did these things even get trending? Like, there's really some stupid things out there. But my question to you is, like, obviously the people did it because it was trending. Mm-hmm. Just get your thoughts on it. Why do you think, like, people in general, whenever something trends, even if it's something that is obviously dangerous, why do you think people do that? Like, why do people think that, like, that's a good thing to do and it's going to get them famous, or it's going to be, like, people, like, are going to notice them more? Why do you think people do this?
I think it comes down to popularity. People go on YouTube, and there are you go on YouTube, you'll see some wild things. And the more wild, the certain action you're doing is, the more views it'll get, or the more you'll be talked about at school. And kids don't look at laundry detergent, I don't think, as saying, oh, I'm going to die from this. Or this is going to send me to the hospital. They're just like, oh, it's stuff I put to clean my clothes. I mean, of course they should think, oh, maybe there's actually deadly chemicals in this, because there are. I mean, the things mixed together are
clothes, not your soul.
Exactly. But these kids are just doing it just to get likes on YouTube, or just to get retweets on Twitter, or shares on Facebook. It's just, life is just not all about
That's the one negative I will say about social media is the fact that people do these things. I just got a comment from Al, who was on last week. He said, Beijing Dr. Darwin. For real, though. For real. Shout out Al on that.
That's finest.
Yeah, no, I know. I just don't get it. And it's obviously something I don't want to talk about forever because it's stupid enough of itself. But if there's any 13 to 19-year-olds out there listening, it should be pretty obvious. I don't care what you do with your life. I don't care what's going on. Do not eat a Tide Pod. Do not take a Tide Pod. Just don't. Just throw it away if it's
just
appealing.
Don't do it.
Just don't do it. It's like
just throw it. Throw it in the laundry and get done with it.
It's like over. In the 80s, they had that program Dare to get kids off drugs. We need to have something with Tide. Like, get kids off the Tide Pods.
Oh my! If they do that, that's just it. They have to have a program to say it's over.
All right, well,
You know
this
what
is
I mean?
the end of our 15 minutes for part 2. We'll get part 3 going for you guys here in a sec. So, yeah, stay tuned.